This is a continuation of 9-3. The second part of this section talks about confidence levels or confidence intervals. Now, the formula for finding that confidence interval for the mean difference, it looks a lot like a T interval because it is. You do not have two samples, you only have one sample. Your point estimate now becomes the average of the differences, so we'll label it as a D bar. And then because the sample is very small and the standard deviation of the population is unknown, I will use the T alpha over 2 with the given standard error. And I will subtract that error on the other side. Now this will be programmed into your T interval that we discussed back in chapter 7. So the example that I'm interested in discussing is the same 9-7 example. Find the 90% confidence interval for the data provided in the previous example. So I am interested in the cholesterol level to see, am I seeing any changes or not? Now, I already know that I did not reject the null hypothesis. There's not enough evidence to suggest that it actually changed the cholesterol level. My confidence interval, my confidence interval should reflect the same conclusion as a two-tailed test. This is why we keep 90% confidence. It would be the same thing as talking about a two-tail alpha 0.1 t-test. So I will go into stats, over to test. What I need to do is I need to locate a t interval. Push on the t interval. You're still using the data. Your L1 should already be there. Adjust your confidence level to 0.9 and calculate. The interval spits out these numbers: negative 4.22, comma 37.554. The fact that this is positive, this is negative and this is positive, you see, from negative to positive, I know on this side it looks like mu1 is actually less than mu2, so it increased cholesterol in some people. And on this side, it looks like mu1 is greater than mu2, so it lowered the cholesterol for some people. It does look like it's leaning towards lowered cholesterol, but the fact that I'm jumping between a negative value to a positive value does suggest that there is no change. I'm not seeing anything. Write down your final sentence. With 90% confidence, the data suggests that for some people, the cholesterol and I'm going back to the problem to see what are the units of cholesterol measured in milligrams per deciliter. Okay, so in some people the cholesterol went up 4 milligrams per deciliter, and others went down by about 38 per deciliter. It doesn't appear that the mineral supplement promotes change. This is a very elaborate sentence. You probably don't need to go this far, but this is definitely a good one. So remember, for the duration of 9-3, you will be using a t-test, single one sample t-tests, and one sample t-intervals, going back to the stuff that we learned in Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. On my next video, I will show you how to do those two examples on a calculator, and that should do it.